So, Jake, what do you think about real estate prices in 2026? Do you think we're going to see an increase at all, or?
I'm going to be seeing an increase in me unpacking stuff. What do you think about the market 2026, Miguel?
Well, how be I sit here and talk and you work?
Well, that's not like usual.
Well, depends who you talk to. So, RBC and TD and the economists and that say that what we're going to see is we're going to see a slight decline in prices in 2026. And then if you go and talk to real estate agents, and we're always on the positive, you're going to see an increase in prices. What does that look like? Part of it is I think that we're going to see price decrease to continue to decrease in 2025 and then possibly come back up again maybe in 2026. So, does that mean prices are going to increase? I don't think so. I think what you're going to see is prices will probably be roughly the same as they are now because we're going to have a little bit of a dip as the end of this year goes on. And then, you might see a bit of an increase at the start of next year in 2026, right? The other thing that can happen is interest rates. The Bank of Canada is going to make another announcement. And if they leave the interest rate status quo, then we're probably not going to see much of a change or anything at all. But if they drop the interest rates, what do you think will happen?
Well, if they drop it, a bunch of people are all of a sudden going to have more value that they can spend, and you're going to see a lot more people looking to buy, which means more people are able to get more money for their houses, which means you're probably going to see more houses come for sale.
He thinks that prices will go up. We get more buyers in the market. Now, all of a sudden, if interest rates come down, people can qualify that maybe couldn't qualify before. I don't think we're in a situation that with the confidence or lack of confidence that people have right now, that's something that's going to come into effect. And we have to look at it as well globally. Like everything that's going on with the tariffs and everything that are happening now and the impact that that's having on the average everyday person, that in itself, we never really had that much of an effect. Like, stuff went on throughout the world and it really didn't affect us. But now the tariffs are directly affecting us on an everyday time or concern. And that's one of the biggest things that we have to look at as well.
So after all that I'm hearing is that the only way the prices are going to increase is if the Bank of Canada does something with interest rates.
It's a valid point. I think that it has more than just to do with that. I think what we're going to see is we're going, if they're talking about prices increasing in 2026, I think we're going to have an adjustment prior to that. So I think we're probably going to end up roughly where we're at right now with a little bit of a dip closer to the end of the year. So yes, interest rates with the Bank of Canada is obviously a key thing. And the other with that is job stability. Right? As long as people continue to have jobs, and if those interest rates do go down, then, it will open the market to a few more people. So
I think part of the reason why this question is getting brought up so much is because we finally, we're away from the pandemic times where there were huge price changes year over year, basically. So people expect some sort of answer. But now we're just back to stuff's gonna stay consistent unless there's a minor change here or there, and you might see some shift. But there's never, probably, hopefully, going to be a situation like what just happened. There's not going to be these massive swings.
yeah, and that's the second time it's happened. 2017, I think, was the last time. But that was just, I have no idea why that one happened. And COVID, yes, we've never been through anything like that. And this is just more normal.
From seeing you in the business for as long as you've been in it, the last couple of years was an abnormality, and this is just status quo, and we're back to it.
Yeah, and I think that's going to consistently continue. And as you said, unless there's some outside circumstances that we have no control over, I think we're looking pretty much at a balanced market for the next little while.
Yahoo! Hey, poggers.
I don't really think you're going to see any type of an increase in 2026, any substantial increase. You'll see, maybe something like that.
All of this is to say absolutely nothing's going to change unless the bank does anything.
Yeah, and I think if the bank does, then you might see some positive actions. Do you want an apple?
I'd like to know.
Not going to happen.